So they like going off. I have to continue this. So they like going off, and I'm just like, child, are y'all alright? Like they still yelling and screaming, and I'm like, so hit me. She like da 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 da, like doing something like so hit me like, and that's how I be like with people like, so just hit me then, just hit me like let's get it on. Like if you're gonna snuff me, like I don't want to be fighting on the train. Like why the fuck am I fighting another black person? Like all this shit is going on in the world, right? Like they just shot that young man in the head, right? All this stuff is going on. They shooting us down in the street all the time. Like, you know, all this stuff. We're in a war against the real oppressors, which is white supremacy and shit like that. And niggas still want to just like fuck with you, but it's like you still have to stand your own ground though, you feel me? Because at the end of the day, you can't allow people to just walk all over you. And it doesn't matter, because even though we are in this together, like as black people, we know that a lot, sometimes there are coons, and there are the skin folk do not be the kin folk, because they be selling out and they be acting like a damn fool, like how these people was acting on the fucking train. So I'm like, bitch, just hit me then. And she doing all this extra shit, so she coming in, so I just move her like, bitch, yeah, you could do all of that, keep that shit. You could do all of that, keep that shit. Like, don't, because I don't play that shit. You could talk all that shit, or you went and da-da-da-da. As long as you don't touch me, we good. Like, just don't touch me. She da-da-da, she like, bitch, get that shit. She still ain't touch me, making a scene, and da-da-da-da-da. Her nigga making a scene, they both just looking stupid. I'm just like, y'all making a scene for what? And it's like, people just be being used by the enemy just to fuck with people. And it's just like, in that moment, I could have just been like, I could have just went off. Like, I really congratulate myself and tap myself on the back, because the old me would have just, I would have just spit in that bitch face, and I would have just snuffed her, and I would have just got it on with her, and I would have fought her and her boyfriend at the same time, because I've fought several bitches at the same time on the platform of the train before. Like, it's not like shit like that is not like, it's like, okay, whatever, like, you feel me? Like, I've done wild shit before, so it's just like, the point of the story is that, you know, there will be people, you know, that come and try to taunt you and try to harass you and try to pull you down and shit like that. But it's like to always maintain your dignity and hold your own and shit like that. And I'm not saying that there will be times that you don't have to like fight and shit like that, because there will be times like, if a person put their hands on me, like I'm not at a place where I don't want to hit people first, even though it was in my spirit to just snuff that bitch. And it was just like, but why would I snuff her? Because I've grown so much where I'm to a point where it's like, I want to be a good example of like what not, like of what to do, not tune into doing what, you know, we should do as a people. But sometimes people do just gotta get snuffed. And maybe that was a time, but I don't think it was, because it was like, I just feel like she was just being used by the enemy to just try to tear me down and just try to pull me down to her, like her very low vibrational level. So I say that to say, just always stay focused and remain focused and be clear. Like what I said in the last video about being clear when you're praying and you know, just Lord, just, you know, allow God to show you where you going, like where the tactics of the enemy are, you know, allow the tactics of the enemy to be shown to you so that you're clear, so that you're not pulled down and torn down by just whatever demonic energy wants to pull you down to their level. Because in that moment I could have said, let me revert back to the lowest of my vibrations, and fought her and did all types of shit, and God knows what would have happened. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of like, you know, then all of a sudden the police come and all this other shit, and that's mad unnecessary shit to happen. So it's just like, I just want us to stay focused, because there is a lot of hate out there, and there is a lot of weird energy that will be sent your way, especially when you know you're chosen and you're on a specific path that God wants to keep you on. But you gotta just stay focused, and you can't allow the negativity of other people to be internalized within yourself. Because honestly, the last couple of, like, that happened a few days ago, and I've been replaying it in my mind, like, oh, I wish I could have just killed that bitch on the fucking train. Cause I do feel that way. Like, ooh, that bitch, who the fuck? That bitch looked like a fucking burnt fucking pretzel and shit. And she sitting there talking. Nah, I got the wild crib just now on my leg. Hold on. Oh shit. Yo, I got the wild crib in my leg just now. See, and so I'll be like, just calm down, don't think about it no more. But that shit had me, I'm like, this bitch got me fucked up. And you know, just allow myself to not really be pulled down by that energy. So it's just like I really did keep on replaying it over and over and ruminating on that situation, because I really wanted to fucking slap the shit out of that bitch, because I'm just like, are you fucking shitting me, you fucking weirdo? But sometimes it's not worth it. But sometimes it is. And we just gotta determine when it's worth it and when it's not. But that's why that prayer is important, to really ask God to show you, like, show me, you know, who is who and what is what, and when it's a trap. Because a lot of times it be traps. It be traps by the enemy just trying to trap you so you could get caught up in some shit that you don't got no business being caught up in. But then there are times that niggas just gotta get handled and dealt with, and it is what it is when it comes to that. So, but I hope that story helped you or enlightened you. And don't laugh at my leg crib. I laughed at it. I don't give a fuck if you laugh at it. It was funny. That shit was mad funny. It really it reminded me of this video. The 3 a.m. leg cramp. Anyway, so yeah. That's all. I just wanted to share that, and just stay positive, guys, because there's a lot of hate out there, but it's love. When you focus on the love, you'll see the love, and just focus on the light, you'll see the light. And just continue to love on yourself. Love yourself down. Do videos. Make videos. Look at yourself in the video. Says, hey girl. Hey guy. Whatever. I'm a girl, so hey girl. Hey girl. And, you know, remember who you are. Remember who God created you to be. Like, don't let these fucking weirdo ass, trash ass, no fucking nothing having people that have nothing going for them because they feel miserable ass maniacs tear you down. Keep your shit sturdy, and always look in that mirror and remind yourself who you are, you know? And love on yourself, because who's gonna love you like you? Nobody. Alright, I'm out. Peace.